Alright, so now on to the how-to in creating an STP harness from just a regular, again, sporting goods jock strap. For those who might just be tuning in now as opposed to seeing one of the videos from before, this is just a $4 or $5 jock strap from the sporting goods section in the super center. They're actually getting a little bit more difficult to find these days because there seems to be this trend now more of there being compression shorts as opposed to actual jock straps for sports. So there, I had to do a little hunting around the last time I went to buy some. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. Although I don't know, I haven't really tried the compression shorts to see about kind of doing the same thing with those. If I get to that point, then I might try that out. So, but in the meantime, I'm sticking with my old version, which is to use the jock strap here. And again, terminology might seem awkward, but there's a good reason behind it. Okay. So, guys, whenever you are going to set up, right, you got to do some measurements, and what I would say is, and not that I'm not going to demonstrate this part for you. I already kind of know the measurement for it, but on me. But what you want to do actually is to go ahead and put this on, as you would normally, and to figure out what I had seen with the best placement as far as where the shaft for the STP would come out of the opening is really on most STPs. Of course, you're going to have to kind of check on that as well, but is right where your the protruding part of your genitalia is. And then you could take like a Sharpie or something like that and just mark that spot on the outside of the fabric, and then make a cut there. Now you can either go ahead and just cut the one bit of fabric and then the second one after that, or double it up, and so you just want to make sure that whenever you do cut through that second one, it still lines up correctly. But what I would say is to make sure that you only cut a little bit at a time, and then fit the shaft through, because you don't want it to be so large just that it moves around. Because especially depending on the STP that you're using, as I'll show you again with the the Peacock, right? As you can see, right, this is actually very soft and pliable, to where like if the hole were too big, actually it could sort of protrude out and kind of not be as secure as actually you do need. And we'll talk in a bit about why that is. So I would say just cutting a little bit, and I usually just cut actually really kind of just like a small cross within the fabric, and then it'll sort of open on its own. You don't have to really create cut like a whole shape, like a circle or anything. Just, let's see, it's been a while since I've done this. Okay, so I just cut through that top layer, and then I can see where the underlying fabric is as well, and then do the same there of cutting through. And so right now it's just the one horizontal cut across. Doesn't go very far at all. It's maybe roughly an inch. And actually I do know that I roughly do want about an inch on the top, so really I only cut maybe about half, this time a little bit more than that, but roughly about a half inch down from where I'd cut there, and then to fit this through. You may have to adjust, again, depending on the particular STP that you are using, you know, how large it is, things like that. You may have to widen the hole. Again, this old Peacock, not so much so. I mean, there it is, just those couple little cuts, and it, so as you can see, right, where it lays with the scroll sack, and scroll sack just right in there, and the funnel, so it is ready to go. It's that easy.